Lipstick check. Am I good? Yes, it's new lipstick I'm testing, so you just never can be too sure. Hi gorgeous! Today's video is a personal one, a pregnancy update, and general life update. I've had questions on both these topics, so I thought I'd take a moment and stop to brief you on everything that's been going on. So as of filming today, I am 27 weeks pregnant, 1 week away from that third trimester. Third trimester begins on week 28. By the time this video publishes, I will more than likely already be on week 28 though, FYI. But I can tell you, even though I've been in the second trimester, which is supposed to be the glorious, lovely, oh, everything is fine trimester, it's been and I honestly believe the only difference from this pregnancy to my first is that I am now taking care of a little boy who is going to give me gray hair within the next year. Anyway, back to the pregnancy. We will focus on her. This video will be all about her and some other stuff too. But I've not really had any major symptoms that have been disrupting things. Oh yeah, I have actually. My sciatica started acting up real badly at about 23, 24 weeks, which was unusual because it didn't happen with Jet until I was more along the lines of 33, 34 weeks. So rather early for that to be happening. But I also noticed it would get really bad at the end of the day. Starting out the day, it was there, you could feel it, but you could still walk without any issues. But by the time 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock came at night, I was really struggling to even stand up. And again, I think it's because I'm chasing around a 16-month-old. But I will tell you that her movements are a lot more gentle than what Jet's were. And I'm beginning to develop this theory that however babies are in the womb is how they will be in life once they're here. Jet is a perfect example of that. He was so aggressive in the womb and constantly moving, like it was like he never wanted to sleep. And many of you know I was 2 weeks late with that boy too. And he is so like that in life. He's very rough, tough, tumble type and likes to do things when he wants to do them, not when you tell him to do them. So seeing how gentle she has been compared to him and how much more laid back she is, I am thanking God that I will get an easy child possibly out of this, because I don't know if I could have 2 Jets back to back. And if you saw his birth story, we're doing the same exact kind of birth with her that we did with him. The only difference is that we're going to be having a home birth this time, where with Jet we were in a birthing center. Because he was my first, I wanted to be closer to a hospital in case there were complications or something bad might have happened. But I feel much more confident second time around, and my midwife has also assured me that usually the second time doesn't yield any complications. And if you have complications, they'll usually come to light well before you go into labor. We are using the same midwife that we used before to deliver Jet, and very excited about that. Love her to death. Couldn't do this without her. She is so knowledgeable when it comes to birth and the whole birthing experience. I'm so very thankful to have found her. So everything is going good. I'll give you a bump date. Since I haven't shown you the bump lately, I feel like I'm huge for being only 27 weeks along. Maybe I'm wrong. Everybody tells me I'm small, but I don't feel like I am. There she is. I will tell you, I am much bigger at this stage compared to when I was pregnant with Jet. And I do realize that second pregnancies, you show sooner and the muscles are a little bit more lax. And let's face it, I didn't even wait an entire year. Almost. I waited 11 months after having Jet before we conceived her. So yeah, I understand why I'm bigger this time around, but I also want to say a very special thank you to Dr. Emily. She crocheted this beautiful baby blanket for our little girl. I love the colors. I'm actually doing her room in a light yellow theme, so you nailed it. You know, we must be on the same wavelength. And she also crocheted this beautiful little hat. How pretty are all the colors in that? Oh, just simply divine. She also did a blanket for Jet when he was born. So I just want to say thank you so much. That was so thoughtful and precious of you. We will absolutely cherish these. Doing her room the same way that I did Jet's room, I don't want to design it to be too baby because I want her to be able to grow into it. And we're doing a butterfly and flower theme with a really pale yellow, possibly some pinks mixed in there or purple. I'm not really sure just yet, but very light pastel type colors. And when I designed Jet's room, it was the same way. I wanted him to be able to grow into it, so it's not too baby. It's more like young boy themed, so same idea for her. Changing gears a little bit here, a lot of you have been asking about how I've been dealing with my dad's passing lately, and I won't lie to you and say I'm wonderful, I'm great, because there are good days, there are bad days. Today is a good day. I had a bad day a couple days ago, and it's usually triggered by memories or things that I might be working on because we're getting ready to have his memorial coming up here on May 5th. Cinco de Mayo, where we're going to be going up to Athens, Georgia, in his area where he was living and holding a memorial for him, for all of his friends and people who knew him up there. And preparing the stuff for that, as far as the pictures and the memorandums and it's not the right word, the little cards with his obituary type writing out on them, just getting all of that together has been pretty tough. And that's why some days I'll have bad days, because I'm forced to focus on it. The memory of his passing, like actually being there with him and watching him pass on, is starting to fade. A lot of people told me that that would. I'm really thankful that it is, because I didn't want that to be my last memory of him. And after that happened, I was having a lot of trouble remembering who he was before the sickness, because he was sick for about 3 months before he passed. And I was with him mostly every day towards the last month when I moved him down to Florida. So it just gets so ingrained in your mind of seeing this person in this state that you're not familiar with, that it's hard to communicate. Tough to remember who they were because you're so into this new reality. So I'm slowly starting to come out of that, and I'm so grateful because I'm beginning to remember who he was and the memories that I have of him that are joyful and happy and humorous. I saved all of his voicemails on my phone, and I'll go back and I'll listen to his voicemails from time to time just to bring myself comfort. He wished me happy birthday last year in one of them, Merry Christmas last year in another one. And I will definitely treasure those. I have to record them on my computer and save them on an external hard drive just in case something happens to the phone, because I would be devastated if I lost those. And then additionally, a lot of you know that I don't speak with my real sister. I haven't spoken with her in over 15 years. Recently, she was visiting my mom on Easter weekend, and she just said to her out of the blue, you know, next time Zabrena is up here, I would like to visit with her. So let me know next time she's in town, and I would love to see her. And I said, Mom, what did you say? He says, well, I had to pick my jaw up off the floor before I could think of what to say. Color me shocked. I mean, all of a sudden, this is something I've really been praying for. So I'm very happy that God has answered my prayers. And maybe there's an olive branch being extended here. Maybe she is starting to realize, you know, through my dad's death, we all have a limited time here on earth. Life is so precious, and it can really make you rethink your own mortality. I know it has me, myself. And, you know, she has a niece and a nephew that she's going to have the opportunity to know once she gets reconnected with me. I mean, there's a lot that is being missed out on. And when my mom passes, I'm really all she's going to have family-wise. We have one aunt who's still living, but I mean, that's really it. But if my dad had to pass in order for these things to come to fruition, then that's the way that it was meant to be. And while I'm selfishly sad and I miss him every single day, I also am sublimely happy for him, happy that he doesn't have to deal with anything on this earth. I mean, there's so much crap that we go through down here, and what a blessing it is to know that someone you love doesn't have to deal with all the troubles of this world anymore. But other than that, everything else is going great. We're actually redoing our landscaping right now, which is a lot of fun for me. I wish I could participate more, but being at the stage of pregnancy I'm at, I really just want to lay around all day. Although landscaping is one of my most favorite pastimes activities, and once I'm not pregnant anymore, I will absolutely be jumping into that more. But I used to have these gardenias in the last house we lived in, and they were my pride and joy. I love gardenias, and I was out there all the time tending to them. And I told my husband when we left that house, you have to get me gardenias at our next house. So he went out this weekend and he bought a ton of them to plant out back. And so we're working on that right now, getting them in the ground. But you can already go out there and smell all the gardenias together. It's wonderful. I am so excited. It's the little things in life. It doesn't take much to make me happy. I am just sublimely happy with something like that. And the fact that he remembered and he went ahead and did it without me asking him to was more than enough for me. I hope you enjoyed this sit down chit chat. I thoroughly enjoy doing these for you and letting you get to know me on a more personal level, because I know that my makeup videos are more professionally based. I like to keep them that way. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.